Welcome, you hideous giant floating eyeballs above the prison, to Rimworld, where today, I don't know what's exactly happened there, to be honest with you. The game's very aggressive about telling us that our prison is decently watched. I don't really know. So I'll apologize up front if I sound a little bit under the weather today. Unsurprisingly, I'm a little bit under the weather today, so it might take me a little while just to wake my voice up as the episode goes on. So I wanted to recap first what we actually have going on right now in terms of long-term projects. So I've written up a list of at least what I can remember we've started off. So the first one, well, the one that we really started most recently, and that was of course yesterday, was the hairy cheese, which it's really not going very well, seeing as I think we need 50 milk to actually start the cheese process. We've only got 10, so this isn't really a long-term or kind of mass deployable thing. We're not going to be feeding everybody hairy cheese. We would need a whole fleet, which I'm pretty sure isn't the right term, of wolfalos to actually pull this one off. As fun as it is for the time being, I'm going to forget about the wolfalos because there are much better ways to make our prisoners suffer, and breeding a whole fleet of them to make cheese out of them is probably not the best way to do that. So we'll forget about it because it's a massive resource dump, but I will try and get some eventually. Maybe we could sell it as souvenirs to our guests. The other thing as well on the subject of making our prisoners suffer is the Nutramium incubators. Somebody said yesterday, apparently the best method for it is to leave it to grow so that you get more Nutramium. Like, I'm harvesting it really early, which is where we're going to get like two per growth, which to be fair isn't bad because it is Nutramium. No, it is something that you're only supposed to be able to buy and not really produce yourself, at least in base game Rimworld. So even that is better than nothing, but we're going to leave it and see if that affects it at all. See if maybe we can try and push it as far as possible. I'm pretty sure that was the thing I was remembering before, where if you leave it for too long, it does permanent damage. Like they'll say lose an arm, it'll blow up and they'll lose some limbs there. So we need to find a nice balance between getting Nutramium out of it, but not watching our prisoners explode. Well, that would be kind of funny. We've got the cannibal restaurant, which is really not going very well at all based on the fact that we've got none of the building blocks we need for it. The human leather is great because you can see the faces in the floor. Their suffering really is captured, but we don't have the resources for it unless we can find a way to guarantee that we're only going to be fighting humans. This is going to take decades to build, so I think we need to focus on the artillery genocide before then. Oh god, those are words that just came out of my mouth. So if we churn out a bunch more shells, dedicate a bunch of resources to that, then we can try and wipe out some of the non-human nations out there. Take out the dwarves, take out the... So I'm pretty sure you guys are human, aren't you? What have we got? Take out the dwarves, take out the Ithilids. Eberron Treaty seem fine in Pumpville. God damn right, we're leaving those guys around. We take out like the goblins. Are those within reach as well? What's the artillery range? Hang on, let's go back and check that a second before I get too carried away here. Oh yeah, we can wipe out a lot of different factions. I believe those are the Moon Elves. Those are some other different type of elf. Anyway, we could take out like 4 or 5 different non-human factions here. Can't quite reach the very, very top of the map, but those are probably a bit more irrelevant, so won't worry about that too much. That alone will give us more human leather, just by the fact that we'll be raided by more humans, or we have a chance to be raided by more humans relative to the amount of factions actually kicking around at that stage. But the next couple of things on my list actually kind of correlate in a weird way. We've got the Human Breeding and Aging Project, which is monumentally slow. So I was thinking that with the next kind of batch of losers from the prison tournament, we could just, say for example, right? Male, age 30. We hit him with the reassignment, and then we hit him with the pregnancies. And then we just start breeding some of the prisoners out that lose in the tournament. You're a bit old. Now, I was also thinking, are there already, like, de-aging drugs? I'm going to assume not, because I think that probably would be slightly game-breaking. De-aging? What if we just type in age drugs? Is there like... See, there's only age pills, then age pills times 4. I don't think there's a way to revert people's age, which is a bit of a shame, because we've got a couple of people that could apply to otherwise. I'm also not sure what would happen if we were to take someone like Furco and breed them. Bearing in mind they are a deer person, that might have some weird consequences. We will continue on with our kind of prisoner tournament arc today. Then we have things like our weird little crossbreeding projects like the Tesla pigs. Still quite a while away from that. We also need pig corpses, which is quite difficult to actually come by here. So if we see any mad scientist traders or things like that, we'll see if we can drag some stuff from them. And then the genetic stuff I don't really know what to do with right now. We've got the obvious ones, like aiming for the really big, powerful creatures like the Mechanoid Thrombo. As far as base defenders go, this thing is better than any turret we could ever hope for. They're basically a a rocket launcher on legs. They're insanely powerful. But I'll have a look through some of these. Again, it's been a very long time since I've played Genetic Rim, so there might be some really, really interesting stuff. I don't think I've ever had a reptile thrombo, for example. Today, though, I think the priority definitely goes to the artillery. Try and get this thing finished as soon as possible so that we can actually start bringing in guests, building a little hotel, and committing, more subliminal war crimes. We've got very overt war crimes. Okay, we're torturing prisoners. Oh, wow, yeah, who doesn't do that? But the best war crimes are the ones where people don't know they're actually happening in the first place. Oh, this is getting a bit real now. So when we get people turning up, for example, serving them a nice mystery meat soup. The mystery meat, of course, is age-accelerated, freshly bred human children. And they can have dessert, which is hairy cheese. So let's focus down here. To be honest, I also want to see if we can upgrade Robo Mummy as much as possible. But at the moment, we actually got Kekvit to a decent medical skill, 11.14, up from like 8 or something like that with the vivisections we were performing. So that's actually done a really, really good job with regards to potentially upgrading Robo Mummy. One of our big series goals, of course, to make Robo Mummy human, or at least what she believes is human. So I think if we can get another couple of organ vats down, we'll start cloning some of this. Like there's so much stuff here to talk about and so much to take a look at. Butcher's nails. Ras vacuole? What the hell is a Ras vacuole? Gland inhibits the effects of aging. Won't cure anything that already exists. Will stop the host from degrading even further due to old age. Oh, that's really, really cool. We've got some sort of immortality limb. Okay. A Quadlo liver. I don't even know if Robo Mummy can have some of these things. She's got arms and legs, so that much is possible. But whether or not we can graft skin onto her or give her a liver or lungs when she doesn't have that stuff in the first place. Whoa, grasping leg. So that's for manipulation then. 20%. We can return her to monkey. She never even came from monkey. What the hell do you call it then? Micro-analyzer nose so we can smell the war crimes from far away. Neuro-accelerated spine. Some of these are crazy, aren't they? Global work speed, 15%. Multi-layered dermal plating. That puts the armor... the armor skin glands to shame there. Variable so what skin can we give her then? You've got flame retardant skin or variable insulation skin. If I'm not mistaken, in Genetic Rim there's also the other like thrombo skin or something like that. I don't remember. We saw it now. Skin. Right, we can implant her with thrombo skin instead. They're all very, very good. Man, there's so much to consider here. Anyway, we'll try them all. We'll see what we can come up with here to make Robo Mummy as human as possible. I think we need to start work on that, because it's been a good few episodes now, and this being our ultimate goal, we haven't made much progress towards that. Have we got anything that we can add right now? We've got an armor skin gland we could always throw on her, seeing as she's basically our main combat character here. Add fat, masculinize, reduce fat. Oh, look at this. Stimulate muscle growth. We can make her a big, strong Robo Mummy. I kind of want to do that. Kekvit, how confident are you in your medical skills? Oh, hang on. Just give her a second. Kekvit's busy laying an egg. There we are. Performing plasteel surgery. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. I'm kind of curious what this is. Oh, God, I thought we were going to have a bloody raid then. That's the last thing we want. Robo Mummy goes in for plastic surgery and then we end up getting clapped by a raid because our best warrior is busy. Oh man, this is an intensive surgery. This is on speed 4, by the way. This is going to take hours. Are you going to be all right? Okay, well, let's see how it goes. Ah, there we are. Thank you, squad. That'll help. Right, so we're growing 4 extra sums. We don't really need it. We've already got 1. So let's grow 3 more of those. So we go 1 more from, or we go 2 more from this one and 1 more from this one, for example. And then we'll also queue up something else as well. Psychic resonance tissue. Hang on, can we give that to Robo Mummy to allow it to use psychic powers? That would be really cool. I know that one specifically allows us to gain more psychic heat specifically. Can she even cast psychic powers if we get like a psychic, one of the psychic links? That would be cool. I'm not sure robots can get it, but if we can, that would be very, very interesting. I feel like it's kind of on brand. Oh, dear. Well, never mind. I feel like it's kind of on... That's chemical damage on one of our prisoners. Ah, they'll probably get over it. It's probably on brand, this series, befriending the Empire too, right? Because those guys are like premium war crimes. They're into slavery and capitalism. So if we can if we can win them over and get a psychic link for Robo Mummy, we can always go to war with the Empire then after that, abuse their friendship to get the powers that we need for her, and then we can give her all these kind of psychic implants on top of that too. So the 7th hour of surgery now, and it was completed. Kefit got medical. I mean, you deserved a level out of that. That was 7 hours of surgery. So what has that done? Has that turned you into a big hulking Robo Mummy now? If so, that is... Oh my god, it's incredible. No, she's just giant now, huh? Wow, that's a hell of a look. Yikes. You've walked into the wrong neighborhood. 60% moving. Whoa. Feathered wings. Do humans have wings? They do now. Well, they will. Well, they do by the time we finish with them, given that half our bloody prison is chickens at this point. Doing a bit of trading here, and I can't help but notice they've got crucifixes. Crucifixes. So obviously those are being purchased straight away. Oh, those are nice, huh? Where are we gonna put those? We can put it kind of facing the prisoners. Put it at the entrance to the prison. That's pretty fucked. I like it. So apparently, on the description of these, it did say that. Oh god. Well, literally, the crucifix has artwork called God number 500. This work bears an artwork of a weaver suspended in the air holding a javelin. Wow, that's cool. The work is shaded in the hues of white and orange. The lower part of the image is dominated by 2 pumpkins. Very nice. So if you let your pawn side behind it, your opponents will wonder which bodies they should aim at. I assume, roughly translated, that means something along the lines of we can use it to take cover and the enemies will potentially shoot at this. Does it have a cover effectiveness 75%? Oh man, that's actually better than sandbags, right? Yeah, significantly better than sandbags. We could replace our sandbag wall with a wall of crucifixes. Excellent. Excellent. Sorry, Hylar, you're going to be the first in our new menu. The elf-flavored meals. Artificial impregnate. There we are. I'm glad this works. So bear in mind the Hylar is 144 years of age. So this might not actually work, but we'll give it a go quickly. As with every new episode of this series, of course, I have to throw in a new mod. So we've got the Colony Manager mod. The reason I'm throwing this one in is because I was just taking a look through the list, and we are going to need a ridiculous amount of genetic material if we want to see even half of the stuff included in Genetic Rim, just to see the animals, let alone the cool little implants that will come afterwards. And if we're focusing on the Robo Mummy upgrade project, this is going to be fairly important. So, well, mainly the problem was these Thrombos turned up. So now we've got to potentially go and fight those Thrombos. We should be fine, but we are playing with Yayo's combat, and it makes combat very different, as we've seen throughout the course of the series, where medieval hobgoblins have taken 5 or 6 shots to the head from a charged shotgun. Now, the bonus to the Manager mod, of course, is that we can just basically say anything that comes in the map, hunt it, kill it, dead. That way it'll also help deal with some of our food issue without me having to just open it up. And, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really save us that much time. I could just obviously open this up and go like that. But it just means that our pawns will do that automatically, and I've designated an area for it too. What the hell happened here? Must have been like a trader or something dying? Oh, it might have been Plez the Bear in hindsight. Anyway, what I've done is I've put down a little door here and then expanded the anti-meteor area, just to allow them to kind of move through there and head down. But if we manage that correctly, manage the manager correctly, we should get, hopefully, a good amount. And I mean, at the end of the day, even if we don't get the animals that we want, even setting it to automatic, we can just take 5 of any random animal and combine it into another completely random gene. So we might end up getting, say, killing 5 deer and end up with some thrombogenetic material. Really? What the hell did you just do? You stabbed her in the neck. Well, never mind, I guess. So much for that incubator. Goodbye, then. For God's sake, I don't like the fact that she's got a chicken beak there. That's... I'm pretty sure there's a movie about that. Let's get you out of there. Frog? What the hell, man? Oh, for God's sake, that could have been a floor for our hotel. You greedy shit. Now, what I've noticed as well, by the way, is you can install stuff on Frog. So we could give him extra arms or drill hands or something crazy like that. The only reason I noticed that was I was looking through some of the items added by the amnesia mod. And I don't know where exactly you build them, to be honest with you, but there's things like these giant knife blades that you can give to servants. So we could really make this guy, oh, a party animal is what I was about to say, definitely, and haven't changed my mind. Kekvit is practicing surgery. Kekvit also has minor passion for my work. I enjoy my work. Well, it's good to have a hobby. You absolute monster. The reason I'm getting in some more practice surgery here is because, of course, we're preparing to install the arms on Robo-Mummy. We have 2 of them now. I believe we're even growing a 3rd. So I want to make sure that... oh, we're filling for a 3rd. We're out of protein mash, where I got it. That's another reason why I wanted to set up the hunt as well, by the way. So I want to make sure that we don't botch surgery on Robo-Mummy. Now, Kekvit has a gunshot to the head with a bullpup rifle. Probably Robo-Kid's fault. Although the only other person is Kekvit, so maybe there's more brain damage there going on than we've realized. Basically, I want to just kind of have that safety net in place. Sure, it's only 10 medical to install that, but with the brain taken into account, a bit extra wouldn't hurt. Go for a bit of a kitchen upgrade just to help facilitate meals, and of course the new, hopefully, meat influx we're going to get from this. Oh god, look at all the hairy milk. That's vile. Is that going in the cheese press? 20 out of 50. Okay, cool. So we're almost there. Soon we'll get some hairy cheese. So let's go ahead and use the new manager desk and set this up. So we want to go for hunting. Let's go all. No exploding animals. Right now it wouldn't matter too much because we're in foggy rain, but I do plan on getting rid of that at some point soon because it's getting on my nerves a little bit. Predators. We should be fine. I mean, even if a bear comes in the map, I mean, we've got cataphrite armor. It's shielded as well. Well, we've got some cataphrite armor. Obviously, most of it's the heavy marine armor. Unless it's Kekvit going out in the human leather maid dress. That's probably the only time we'd be in a little bit of trouble. Should we just go for everything? Just get as much genetic material as possible. Sonic, yeah, all right. And then target count, maximum. Always hunt, never hunt. Whenever anything comes on the map, kill it dead. So it's also including things like servant brutes, which obviously we're not going to hunt them unless they are expected to yield 99 human meat. Oh, nice. Obviously we're not going to be hunting those unless somehow Frog goes feral. I don't even need to worry about that too much. Should turn into anti-meteor. They're restricted to that anyway, just by the virtue of being restricted to that anyway. There we are. And then let's go and update that job. What do you think, like every day? We don't need it any more than that, do we? Oh, it's every day by default. So we need a colony manager. I think that our manager is probably going to be... Oh, Zuck, really? I was going to say Robo-Mummy, but that's okay. I suppose it is based on intellectual. Fine. So I need to... Oh, it's actually already set to manager. Why is everybody set to manager? What am I doing? I might readjust these jobs a little bit, because everything's a bit of a mess. We're never going to cremate, so we'll get rid of that. Loading can be low priority. Refining should be top priority, but then these need to be high priority as well. Plant cutting, again, high priority is fine there. Oh, God. Harvesting, growing is high priority. Mining I'll put down to tier 2, even though we're only mining whenever I designate it anyway, so that's irrelevant. And when they try and build things, they're going to mine it away anyway, so it's irrelevant. Yeah, to be honest, there's not much I can do here. Fine, okay, managing, as long as it gets done at some point, doesn't really matter too much. What else is he going to be doing here? Let's drop his everything else, right, down to tier 2. Keep managing as his super highest priority, because that needs to be done before anything, really. Except for bed rest, I'll let him stick with that. So, Zuck, let's get you on that one straight away, my friend. All jobs are done. Gonna have to disagree with you there. Obviously, it takes a day to update. Because if I could... Can I force an update manually? Or how are we doing now? Let's go every hour. Sod it. That'll do it. Well, that one's a bit risky. Not too happy about that one. Oh, God, squad, be careful. I like that Robo-Mummy decides that the first thing she's gonna hunt is the biggest, scariest thing on the map. That's okay. If anybody can do it, I believe in her. And here we have the elusive Robo-Mummy hunting a boomalope from only 2 friggin' foot away. What is wrong with you? Well, that's classic. That's really good. At least it's raining, I guess, so she probably won't be on fire for too long, I say with cautious optimism. Is anybody nearby ready to put her out, just in case this gets out of hand? Robo-Kid's bringing back. Oh my god, look at the chaos you've caused, you moron. Go stand in the rain, what are you doing? Tips, please tell me you are not hunting the Mega Sloth with a flintlock. The madman. The absolute mad. That was point blank. Is this war crimes? This feels pretty war crimes for today. Just killing everything that moves. Yeah, that's good. That's a sentient bear. That's definitely war crimes if we kill it and eat it. He's only gone and done it. He killed it with a friggin' flintlock. That is some bullshit right there. PG Tips the madman. These. Oh, kobolds. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Two different groups of kobolds. Should be a fairly straightforward fight. The problem is that people are all over the place right now. Well, let's see if the new sandbag tactic works and it does force them to go through rather than sap around. If that doesn't work, unfortunately, it basically means that the meteors aren't ever gonna work because I haven't got any other good ideas at that point. It's that a human being? Right there. Shit. Oh, damn it. I can't save you. There's so many bloody kobolds there. Holy shit, it's working. We've actually done it. Oh my god, we've actually got premium mutating war crimes. Look at it. Oh, that's crazy. That's not one of them down already. And like I said, as they progress through here, the left lungs are apparently swelling. See, this is great. Look at their overall manipulation. It's always a debuff. Unless they're around long enough where it obviously becomes a buff, or maybe this guy gets a lot of thick skin. But it does become a buff eventually when they adapt to it, but they are never going to adapt to it fast enough. This guy's manipulation is down to 49% because of those mutations. It does work. This is great. And now we've got... Oh my god, those sniper turrets are a bit dangerous, aren't they? I didn't really think that one through. Let's hold fire on those. Oh god, Cakefit just got peppered by one, I assume. Yep, brilliant. Christian just absolutely swept on that beer. Did you see it? He saw it, and his time came, my friends. He was not going to ignore that one for anything. Well, that was a bloody easy raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want kobolds. I don't want kobolds. They're crap. We've already got enough prisoners. I can barely manage the prison that we've got. Let me thin out some more in the tournament, which we'll do next. Then I'll think about taking some more prisoners on. But kobolds, nah. We're going to wipe them out. We're gonna try and kill them all anyway. I might put one in a bioreactor as kind of a museum type thing. What do we got here? Sandstone Grand Sculpture, good. We've got Sandstone... Oh, shit, they made a masterwork. Spencer Porter, the chicken man himself. What's your artistic skill? Oh, to be fair, 14.27 with a double passion. That's actually really, really impressive. Holy shit. You haven't got, like, tortured artist or anything? Gourmand and Night Owl. Wow, that's actually so good it might be worth installing in our base. Yikes. The hell are you cooking there, you madman? Okay, what was that? Oh, 10 lavish meals. Okay, that's more reasonable. I genuinely thought that was all going into the 4 lavish meals. So, what I've started to do here is mulch up kobolds and spread them across the area where the quarry used to be so that we can start growing some tasty kobold-flavored crops. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, thank you for that. So what we've got them working on right now, because the armor that we've got them wearing is the heaviest armor in the game, I believe. What is the Cat's Right's armor, actually? Hang on. This one is... Excuse me. This one is 0.8, right. So that both the heavy marine armor and the Cat's Right's armor give 0.8 move speed. So trying to do anything when we have quite a long boy base is a bit of a pain in the ass. So I've got them building some basic armor racks here just to really transfer all the stuff over to, and then they can wear their maid outfit, their jumpsuits, whatever else. That way that we can get the work bonuses. The downside to that is, of course, if we get drop pods falling on the base, we're screwed. That's it. You know, we're not going to be able to grab armor in time. Eventually, I want to get the mechanized armor. It's probably inside the base somewhere, just as kind of a nice little defensive measure. I think it's time for today's premium war crime. Let's get Robomummy, Squad, and Zuck, the original boys, on the mortars, and let's go and wipe out a civilization. A little bit of tactical genocide so that we can get a nice floor for our hotel. What? Did someone get wiped out? What the hell's that? World? Hello? Castle ruins. Oh, it's a quest. Oh, weird. So let's go ahead and extract... No, I didn't mean to do that. Target world tile. Dwarfs? We could kill dwarfs. What about the rival Ithilids settlement, given that last time they raided us? I feel like we should pay our cousins a nice gift. We should pay them back for their betrayal. I get to sit and watch as our As our war crimes come screaming down from orbit onto these poor little Ithilids. Unfortunately, you don't get to see it or anything like that. Of course not. But you do get to enjoy watching just a ridiculous amount of shells fly through the air and eventually wipe them out. So that's 40 shells we're firing over there. They're very upset by that. Relations with the White Cliff Pact have changed by -90 because we attacked them with artillery. That's their fault. They cast the first stone. I'm just finishing it. Jesus, that better be enough. Come on. Yeah, there we are. So it took about 35 there. But that is one faction destroyed. Green Inyobo factions. Are they actually gone now for good? Green... White Cliff Settlement. Ithilid Settlement. What? Who did we wipe out then? Oh, were there more than one Ithilid? We definitely haven't wiped anyone out. Let's put it that way. Oh, shit. Do they have more than one settlement? What the hell's going on there? I have no idea. Because it's quite clearly not... Oh, is that them there? Grey Mountain? No. Elberon Treaty? Oh, it's another purple settlement somewhere. It doesn't matter too much. Those guys are done with anyway. So, let's churn out another... I guess another 40 shells. 40 did the job. Didn't we know it was somewhere around there? Any second now, we're about to finish advanced synthesis. There we go. So I've been looking forward to this one for a while because this allows us to make apparently resurrectors, which I'll probably avoid because they tend to be quite powerful. But the ability to cure any sort of problems with our pawns is pretty massive because, of course, we're playing a relatively low-tech mod pack. Besides the genetic stuff, we don't have any of the usual crazy stuff that I throw in. So anything with the ability to cure Ketvit's brain is a pretty big power. How do we do that then? Got these crazy mutants here. There we are. Healer Mech Serum. This is it. 10 Mechanite Slurry and 50 Neutramine, both of which we can make. And we've actually got enough for that actually really, really safely. Let's make a couple of those. Just do until X where X is 2. Keep a couple around. That way, if anybody gets like, I don't know, 1 out of 10 on their brain health, we can just immediately cure them back. Fantastic. Right, let's get Zuck on that straight away then. Oh, shit. 13 skill. 13 crafting skill? Oh, he's almost there. Shit. Okay. Well, you know what? Just carry on then. Carry on doing the regular stuff. There we go. Took a little while, but we've got ourselves up to crafting level 13, which means we can make brain mechanites. Which aren't really very war crimes, because it's really just here to help our people more than anything else. What are we lacking for that? 10 mechanite slurry. Oh, so we've got to make a little bit more slurry. And then after that, well, I mean, 1 more slurry specifically. And then we should be able to fix Ketvit up nicely so that we can start work on turning Robo Mummy into a fleshy human being. And there it is. So, Ketvit, you can inject yourself with that, right? Use. Yes. Here we go. So I think that should solve the brain issue. I think it can solve anything randomly. So this might backfire horribly and just repair her humerus, which wouldn't be very fucking humorous because I've just wasted bloody ages on this. Come on. Brain. Yes! That was actually the one that we wanted. Okay, that was quite fortunate. Actually, I think the way it works, it does the most severe one first, right? From what I remember. I don't know. Okay, so how are we looking then? 98% consciousness, manipulation is still 49% because you're missing a humerus. Now that is actually a great point. Balls. I suppose we could give you an arm so you can give Robo Mummy an arm. Left humerus is shattered. Right, okay. Fine. Okay, it's a reasonable trade-off. 1 magic arm from Magic Squid Doctor. There we are. And then you can repay the favor by giving Robo Mummy a extra dexterous arm in the right lower shoulder. So it keeps her 2 regular robot arms and gets a whole other arm to make up for it. All Perry's been doing over the past... Well, over this entire episode is just giving us quest after quest after quest. And obviously only the 1 raid today, which I'm fine with, because it's given us plenty of chance to actually fix our people up. But we need human corpses. our hotels come to a kind of grinding halt there until we can get some more people to fill in the floors. What have we got here? Settlers are resting with their beasts before continuing their journey. That's pretty war crimes, attacking an undefended caravan. Helahana, Lord of the Kingdom of Tevium. It's involved in abandoned castle ruins. I'm not really interested in that one. I might just go ahead and scrap that entirely. Lord of the Daybirim Dynasty, collection of valuables. Not interested in that. Abandoned castle again. And then Met Cluster with the weather controller. That's been going for 3 years now. I think it's time we get rid of the fog at some point. The Empire? No. You are just Estola. Okay. 9 once you swatch over, then 14 days until his prison is ready. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can promise you that, my friend. This one was highly requested, so I thought, you know what, fine. We'll get some mutagenic weaponry done as well. It is quite funny. Again, it's good against unarmored enemies, but against regular guys, we'll need to stick with our charged weapons. So, mutagenic weaponry, where do we craft that? Over here. Shells? Grenades? Oh, hang on. I think we have the vanilla expander mod that allows us to hold grenades as a separate item. So we can have mutagenic grenades and charged weaponry. Holy shit, we get the best of both worlds. What do we need for that? 20 steel, 5 mechanite. Sorry, brother, you have just won me over. X per colonist where X is 1, and then count equipped. Whoops, my bad. There we are. Oh, this is good. A little bit extra equipment for our people. And this, my friends, is a new era. A whole new world that we're uncorking the genie from the bottle. This could be quite dangerous. Robo-Mummy is about to become the merging of flesh and android. I guess she'd become a cyborg. This is going to be quite interesting. And then we've got all this other stuff. I'm interested to see what she'll be like with all of this crazy shit, along with the regular android upgrades. Because remember, these won't be replaced when we graft on these limbs, because these are part of her programming more than her actual physical form. Perverse. This is a perverse hybrid we've growing here. Absolutely disgusting. You Ithilids, I don't know if you know what you've done to this world. And there it is. The extra arm is installed. Holy shit. In celebration of machine and flesh finally being merged, we are going to continue on with our tournament arc. Today we only have 2 fights in the arena. Those being Apicos versus Rugzag in round 1. And then Krodarok versus Furko in round 2. Both of them progressing on tomorrow, where we will have the final fight of our first bracket. The winner of that going into the grand finals, fighting the winner of the second bracket. A total of 28 fights overall. Let's get them in there. First fight of the bracket 1 semi-finals are preparing. Apicos being brought into the arena now by Robo-Mummy in honor of flesh and machine being merged. They will fight. I feel like it's a fairly unfair match, I will admit, between Apicos and Rugzag here. Rugzag being a big fuck-off orc to start off with. Secondly, actually wearing armor. Who'd have thought that Rugzag is progressed on to the next round? Maybe for bracket 2. Maybe for bracket 2, I'll strip the prisoners. The only reason I didn't is because they all started getting hypothermia. Because for whatever reason, you may have noticed this over the past however many episodes we've done now, they love to hang out in the freezer. And the ones who are naked hang out in the freezer for so long they actually get hypothermia and drop. And then if I don't save them, they freeze to death. So, unfortunately, the clothes are a necessary evil in this situation. An absolutely incredible turnout for our final fight here to determine who will go into the final to fight Rugzag. We have Furko versus Krodarok. Dearman versus the plate armor himself. Furko getting in some good early hits. Krodarok also dealing some good blows here. I'm actually very, very surprised that Furko's able to damage him, given that very famous plate helmet. Maybe it's the big fuck-off antlers. Oh my god, Krodarok is losing a lot of blood here. We've never actually seen a death in the arena. This may be, if we're not fast, our first death, because Furko wins. Goes into the final round to fight Rugzag. Oh shit, he actually is going to die though. Quick, capture him. Get him out of there. You know what? You've lost armor privileges for a start. Capture him, get him out of there. Wow, that was an interesting one. And how's Furko doing? You know what? He did take a lot of damage. But just nowhere near what Krodarok. This is the problem with these mutant animals. The big old horns is a massive advantage. So tomorrow we will have our final of our first bracket of Furko versus Rugzag. This is going to be an interesting battle. I'll make sure that Rugzag. You know what? I think Rugzag should be allowed to keep his armor. Oh, I think for this first bracket, we'll leave it as a status quo, but next bracket, we'll make sure everybody's stripped down. It'd be weird to change the rules now right at the end here. He's got his armor, and Furko has his antlers, so it's still going to be a relatively even fight, I think. Place your bets. We'll see what happens, and then, of course, the winner of that bracket will fight the winner of the next bracket. I don't know what we're going to do with the winner of the overall tournament. We should let them go. No, obviously, I'm not going to do anything so stupid. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I think today's been pretty successful. We've merged Robo-Mummy and actually succeeded in the whole point of the series, hence the name, of giving her some flesh. Granted, it's a bit of a weird little extra arm built with maggots and hobgoblin bits, but it's something. It's a good start. We've also committed just terrible atrocities against prisoners and rained artillery down on a defenseless settlement. So overall, it's been a good day. It's been a good day for war crimes. Thank you to those of you who have sent me names for the end screen shout-out. Any of the patrons, of course, please get in contact with me as soon as possible. I'll get these lists thrown together basically as soon as I've got enough names to populate it, essentially. So hopefully tomorrow I'll put out a mass announcement. Now that we're ready to go, and I think people have all finished moving over. So for today, you may enjoy the coffee executive producers for one last time. There they are. Some of my favorites include that person on the second row, and oh, look at the third row. Isn't that name funny? Haha. See you all tomorrow for... God, I just don't know how I can raise the bar anymore. We've almost peaked.